Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2022. So, this is my first video of the year, and I was thinking, how do I welcome everybody who subscribes to this channel into the new year? So, my immediate thoughts were, if you had been diagnosed in the last year as having high blood pressure, what do you need to do to be able to manage this condition? So here I'm going to list 4 main tips to actually managing your blood pressure. So number 1 is monitor your blood pressure regularly. If possible, do it twice a day, but at least once a day. Take your blood pressure reading and have it recorded. This is helpful for you because it then tells you that you're making progress with managing your blood pressure, but also it's information that you can take to your doctor to let him or her know that the medication you're using or whatever you're doing is working or it's not working for you. So the doctor can make a decision on whether there are changes that can be made to help you lower your blood pressure. So the second point is exercise regularly. Exercise helps to strengthen your heart muscles, and by raising your heart rate through exercise, you lower your blood pressure. So one thing I would say is walking is probably the best way to lower your blood pressure, and to prove this, what I would say is go walking, say for a mile, come back, relax for about 10-15 minutes, and then take your blood pressure. You'll be surprised how your blood pressure is lowered as a result of just walking. So there are other forms of exercises that you can take on. I've created a number of videos on the various exercises that can help you lower your blood pressure. So take a look at those videos, and whatever suits you, adopt that exercise and see how it helps you in the year ahead. Please send me any feedback that you discover as a result of exercising. That will be really helpful to me and to other people who visit the channel. The third point is eat healthily. So what you want to do in 2022 is focus on foods that are high in potassium mainly, and then other foods that are also high in magnesium. These foods would actually help you lower your blood pressure. So I've started creating recipes on this channel called Dash Diets, and Dash Diets are dietary approaches to stopping hypertension. Most of these meals are packed with ingredients that can help lower your blood pressure. So those videos would be helpful, and then there are also other food videos where I talk about individual food items like sweet potatoes, like garlic, etc., that can actually help lower your blood pressure. So have a look at those videos and see how they can help you lower your blood pressure. So the third point is eat healthily, and be amazed how much that can help you lower your blood pressure. And the final point that I wanted to make is lose weight. It's really important that if you're overweight and you have high blood pressure, then your goal should be to losing that weight. And I can assure you that as you lose weight, you would begin to notice that your blood pressure is also dropping. As you will find that as you begin to lose weight, you may no longer need your blood pressure medication, but always speak to your doctor before you stop your medication. That's really important. So there are other quick tips that you can undertake to lower your blood pressure in the year ahead. One of them is to quit smoking. Smoking is known to raise your blood pressure, so you need to find ways to eliminate smoking. The other thing is reduce the amount of salt intake. So if you're someone who always reaches out to the salt shaker even before tasting the food, then this is a habit that you need to break. In fact, I found out over the years that for most foods that we cook, we can actually use spices instead of salt. And a lot of the spices that I tend to use during cooking also have the beneficiary effects of lowering blood pressure. So if you can eliminate salt from your diet, that would be great. Another quick tip is if you tend to consume a lot of alcohol, or you tend to consume alcohol which is above the recommended rate, then it would be helpful if you can reduce that. That would help lower your blood pressure. I know that a glass of red wine can help you lower your blood pressure, but it's not something that you want to be dependent on every day. A glass of wine maybe a day or every other day would be helpful, but try and reduce the alcohol content, because that would actually help you lower your blood pressure. So another tip to lowering your blood pressure is take your medication as prescribed by the doctor. If you're going to stop your medication, make sure you inform your doctor. Take it as prescribed. Sometimes, for most blood pressure medication, the doctor might prescribe that you take it in the morning. If you find out that it's not working for you, maybe you might need to switch it to later on during the day. But do make sure you take your medication. And if you find that there's signs of improvement and you want to eliminate the medication, speak to your doctor first. That is really important. And the final point is try and eliminate stress. Stress is really bad for the heart, and it's also bad for your well-being entirely, both from a mental well-being and a physical well-being point of view. So whatever you can do to eliminate stress, even if you work in a stressful environment, you don't have to stick with the status quo. Speak to your employer, talk to your employer about the stressful situation, and see how they can help you to reduce stress. And if it's stress that is being caused at home, take the necessary steps. Speak with those you're living with, whether it's your spouse, your children, and get them to help you to reduce or eliminate stress altogether. So I hope these tips are really useful. I have a number of videos from an exercise perspective. I have a lot of videos on food types that can actually help you lower your blood pressure, and there are other videos that just give general advice on how to manage your blood pressure. So I hope you would find those videos useful. Remember, managing your blood pressure requires a lifestyle change, and it also requires discipline. And over the last year, I've met a lot of people who have struggled with the discipline aspect of it. But remember, if you were diagnosed with high blood pressure in the last year, you should consider yourself lucky, and you've been given a second chance at life. It may be that you had a stroke, or you had a heart attack or kidney failure, and that led to your discovering that you have high blood pressure. And it may be that you just went to a doctor, and as a matter of a general check, it was discovered that you have high blood pressure. This means that you've been given a second chance at life, and my desire is that you grab it with both hands and take the necessary steps to actually lower your blood pressure, because it's really important. I want you to live life to the fullest, and if you can just take these steps gradually, don't take on everything, because sometimes it can be overwhelming in trying to do all these things. But just take one step at a time and do not try and take on too much. And then by this time next year, you would be amazed how much progress you've made to lowering your blood pressure. And also for those who have not had their blood pressure monitored in quite a while, or never had their blood pressure monitored before, my advice is that you do it. There are over 1.1 billion people worldwide who have high blood pressure, and there are probably about 600 million people who haven't had any diagnosis of high blood pressure. So there are many people out there who are taking time bombs. They don't know they have high blood pressure. They haven't seen a doctor in a while, or have not seen a doctor before. You need to do that. Get your blood pressure monitored. Walk into your doctor or buy a blood pressure monitor and see what your blood pressure is saying. I want to wish you all the best in 2022. I hope it's a fantastic year for everyone who watches this channel, and I want to ask you to like this video if it's been really helpful. If you haven't subscribed to this channel before, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so that whenever a new video is released, you would receive a notification that a new video is out. I wish you all the best. Take care, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.